Hi, I'm Laura from Opeeka, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of the Person-Centered Intelligence Solution, or P-CIS. P-CIS is designed to help track trajectories of resilience and recovery. It helps view and track information about a person or family in the most meaningful way, and it converts assessment and questionnaire information into something meaningful for staff, practitioners, and circle of care helpers, while capturing voice and choice of the person in care. Let's walk through the main features of P-CIS. Staff using P-CIS log in as one of three roles: helpers, supervisors, or organization administrators. When a person logs into P-CIS, they only see the people they are helping in some way, either directly or through supervision. P-CIS has 5 modules. Helpers are able to see the dashboard, the people, and the insights modules. When they log in, the dashboard gives them an overview of how many people they're helping for top needs and strengths to build. The notifications table includes reminders and alerts when assessments scored according to particular thresholds. As a supervisor or organization administrator, I see the questionnaires and the settings modules as well. In the dashboard, they can also see helpers they are supervising. When I log in as a helper, I see myself as helpers and the people I'm helping. Moving over to the People's module, here are all the people that I'm helping. The table shows me a summary of each person, including how many times they've been assessed and how many needs have been discovered. By selecting on a person, I can view their profile and all the collaborations in which the person participated. Collaborations can be programs, care episodes, or evidence-based practices, depending on the level and detail of tracking most helpful for your organization. A person can be enrolled in multiple collaborations at once to support any level of tracking necessary. A person can have one or more helpers assigned to them. You can create a care circle of people that work with the person in care, and if you add a helper to a person here, then those helpers can then see that person in care when they log in. You can then work together to complete assessments together, review reports, and track resilience and recovery for that person as a care team. You can also track supports for a person in care. Supports are non-paid members of the person's support network, like family members. Supports can take assessments or provide their voice or opinion on assessments. If I move over to the Questionnaires tab, this is where all of the assessments are stored. P-CIS can handle any type of assessment or questionnaire. It converts assessments into useful information. It identifies each question as a potential strength, need, underlying item, opinion, preference, goal, or circumstance. And when those items are scored, you can see the change over time in the table where there are icons that identify whether or not the item should be a focus of care. To complete assessments, simply add as another column to the table. You can copy from previous scores and make updates to responses which have changed. You also have the opportunity to email assessments through the Invite to Complete feature. When you invite to complete, it allows you to email a link to people in care, their supports, or external team members in the care circle without requiring that recipient to be an official user of the software. When you invite to complete, P-CIS will send a time-limited, one-time use secure link of a blank questionnaire to the external recipient. Once the recipient has completed the questionnaire, the responses show in the table and reflect that person's voice. This allows you to capture an individual or support voice, assisting a person-centered approach to care. You can see here the voice type for each assessment in this table. If I move over to notifications, here's where I see reminders and alerts for that person in care. The Reports tab shows available reports for each assessment, the most useful of which is likely the story map, which summarizes all of the needs for focus and strengths to build, while providing the context of underlying and background areas for the person. We can adjust the priority of our needs for focus in these story maps, or look for different times of the story. The item detail report helps you drill into a particular item over time. We can see the change in score for the area combined with the notes related to that response. A final report option will be the family report, which will convert the assessment information into a family-friendly version of the last 2 assessment responses, while summarizing total progress in care. The Questionnaires module is only available to supervisors and organization admins. This is where all of your questionnaires are calibrated. You can add custom reminder schedules and alert schedules. A reminder schedule identifies how often an assessment should be completed. For example, this CANS has a 7-day interval, which identifies that the CANS should be completed every 7 days. This CANS has a reminder schedule every 6 months. The alert schedule identifies thresholds above or below which alerts will be generated. In this case, a step-down alert recommends that a person may be ready for stepping down out of more intensive care into less intensive care. It identifies several items which, when rated below a threshold together, might indicate it's time to step down care. These alerts are completely customizable. When an assessment is completed for a person in care, the alert schedule checks the alerts and creates any alerts needed which show in the dashboard in the notifications. The question item details identify each question property, whether it's an exposure, such as a traumatic event, or a strength, and so forth. Moving to the Insights module, there are several dashboards in here. There's the Waterfall dashboard, the Patterns and Priorities dashboard, and the Care Compare. The dashboards can display information about a single person or groups of people. Filters allow you to drill into specific subgroups or time periods. Some main uses of the insights are to view most common needs of a population, discover staff strengths for addressing particular types of needs, identify staff training and coaching opportunities, evaluate program performance, identify common drivers of success, and compare interventions for people with similar circumstances. The Settings module is available to organization administrators. Supervisors can see the first tab in the settings for viewing all the helpers, and organization administrators have several more tabs available. In collaborations, this is where they modify any collaborations that they'd like to track, and they identify what level they're going to track collaborations, either at a broad level, such as school-based care, or a more detailed level, such as EMDR. The options identify all the different options that are available in drop-downs throughout the application. For example, for gender options, you can adjust that here. In the Roles tab, we just see a list of available roles in the system. Other admin functions include adding reporting units to support reporting data to authorities, or for collaboration across agencies in a system of care. For example, when you're working with children who are served by child welfare, mental health, and schools, this is where they would arrange a collaboration to share information for just particular youth, in particular collaborations, and for particular assessments. Person-centered care considers a person's cultural values, circumstances, desires, natural supports, cross-system involvement, and care circle, and P-CIS helps capture and track that information in an organized and coordinated fashion by allowing you to capture all types of information about people and care. Coordinating that information into lists, story maps, family reports, and insights, P-CIS helps care circles be far more effective and efficient. In this way, P-CIS supports and promotes authentic person-centered care.